Hi, I am your host, Karen Miranda. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side. Our loved ones are gone but not forgotten, and just a thought away. We are coming to you live, QATV Channel 8. The phone call, the line's now open, so feel free to call the station. Okay. Hi, caller. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Can you just raise your voice just a little more?
What?
Can you just raise your voice just a little more?
Yes, I will, yeah. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Have you ever been to a medium before?
I heard you. I've watched you before, yeah.
Oh, and I'm just going to get going. I'm feeling, yes if you understand, no if you don't, because you know how I work when I do the message work, okay?
Yes.
I feel women around you that are on the other side.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling a grandmother vibration that's over there for you.
I don't remember my grandma when I was young.
You don't remember your grandmother?
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm just gonna, just tell you she's all around you, okay?
Thank you, yeah.
And I'm gonna find out there's another female that's over there that's with you in spirit, and I'm feeling like a very eternal connection with you with her. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I'm feeling, this closeness. Do you have a wife over there?
What?
Is there a female, like you were very close that, like a wife?
Yes.
Your wife is all around you tonight.
Thank you.
And she's just sending this abundance of love to you from the other side.
Yeah, that's good, thank you.
And she's healthy again too.
Yes. She's healthy again?
Yeah, she's healthy again. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
She's very healthy and she's doing really well, and she's doing so much better. She just couldn't do anything anymore for herself before just at the very end of her crossing.
Yes.
It was very difficult, and she's got her attractiveness. She was beautiful, actually. She's telling me.
Sure was.
Quite the looker.
Yeah.
She's telling me, and she liked everything just so to match. And my throat is all cleared up.
What was that?
I can. Everything it was hard for her, like in her throat, and it's not so dry anymore.
Oh, yeah, right, good, yeah.
Does that make sense? I'm glad that's making sense to you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, she's saying she's so happy she can enjoy a good ice cream again too.
Yeah, she loved it, yeah.
And she loved ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's enjoying a good ice cream. I'm seeing like the ones on the ice cream cones, like how they'd scoop them up and pile them up.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she's showing me. She's saying, I got the triple-decker one again, too, by the way. I'm glad you can understand that.
I do, yeah.
And she just has there's so much abundance of love to give to you.
Yeah, thank you.
And she's so, that eternal love, she said, that hasn't died at all.
That's nice to know, yeah.
Yeah, and she's enjoying the flowers again, too. She liked flowers when she was here. Can you understand that as well?
Yes.
And she said, it's like, life is like a rose petal, too, she's telling me to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can understand that coming from her. She's saying, life is like a rose petal. It's very, very precious, she's saying.
Yeah.
And she said, you miss her very, very much.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm so glad you can understand that. She's got a lot to say to you, And she's also telling me to tell you, I'm glad I got my girlish figure back. She had a beautiful figure, too, by the way.
Sure did, yeah.
And she said, going back to she was a knockout. And she's also telling me to tell you she's out she's out having fun, like going out dancing when she was younger.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh yeah, she's out raising Cain, by the way.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Sure it does, yeah.
I'm glad you can understand that coming from her, because she said, yep, I'm out raising Cain again, and I'm out having my fun. And she's telling me to tell you, you have to go out and have more fun yourself.
Yes. I understand, yeah.
I'm glad you understand that, as well, coming from her. And she's very kind and giving and caring. And that hasn't changed over there. She's still helping others over there as well.
Yes, that's the way, yeah.
And you miss those one-on-one conversations she's telling me, too.
Yes.
And she's saying, I'm listening in. I'm in my spiritual body. I'm just not in my physical body. But you know that anyways.
Right.
That's how she was. She's going, he knows that anyways, But you still need to hear that, because you just have all that love for her inside of you, you know?
Yeah.
And that, she's saying, love never dies. My love is eternal. It's like a rose, she's saying, with the petals, you know, not falling off, but staying on, and it's blooming. But she's just so glad she can do her stuff again. Because, you know, she was a very proud lady, too, by the way.
You say, yep, yep.
Yeah, and I'm glad you can understand that.
Yep.
Is there still some of her jewelry here?
My daughter has it, I think.
Oh, yeah, because I'm seeing jewelry, and I'm seeing like a ring, like a wedding band, too.
Yeah, right. My daughter, my kids took most of them, a lot of her things.
Okay, and she's just, that's just her way, but you know this. That's just her way of acknowledging and looking down, and she's very happy that your kids still have all her jewelry.
Her youngest daughter has her ring and everything, yep.
Ring, and I'm feeling that, and she's just saying, you know, they still think of her on and off, and they still miss having Mom around.
Right.
And you can understand that as well?
Yes.
And she's saying, you know, I'm around them, I see what's going on. She's very happy with them, too, by the way.
Oh, she knows what's going on? Okay.
Yeah, and those kids were her whole life, and you would understand that.
Yeah, she did. She loved her kids, yeah.
And I'm glad you can, and her message to you is just enjoy having the kids around, enjoy, you know, and to go out for yourself and have some more fun.
I'm always with them, yeah.
Be like a kid again, she's
Right.
telling me to tell you.
Yep, thank you.
That's her message to you.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
And I leave you with her love.
good. Could I ask you something while you're there?
Sure.
Is she with her three brothers and sister?
They're all together over there.
They are, yeah.
You know, I'm getting that. I'm not getting anything from them, but they are together. They meet up with each other over there.
Yeah, and her mother too, yeah.
Because they were very close.
Yes, they were, yeah.
Very, very close, okay? And
Yeah.
they're not the ones coming through, but the family is all together, all four.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. She really helped. She was really close. Because there's only one left in her family, her brother, the only one left now. Out
Yeah.
of 6 of them, there was 6 in her family, yeah.
Yeah, but that's
I appreciate that. I
Thank
really
you
appreciate
very
that.
much for sharing her. And one of her brothers is doing really good, because he was a quick passing, by the way.
It was, yeah, right.
Very, very quick, one of her brothers. And
You're right, yep.
Yeah, very quick with his passing, and everybody was really shocked when he crossed over.
Oh, yeah, he went quick.
Because it was unexpected.
Yep, yeah.
And she's with him, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, yeah, because she had 3 brothers and a sister and 1 brother there.
Yeah, don't give me any information, okay?
Yeah, there's about 6 of them.
But yeah, I just want to say that to you, and that they're all together over there.
That's what I wanted to know, because I know I wanted to know.
Okay?
Yeah, so I could
Have a great night.
And you too, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. We do meet up with our relatives that have gone before us, and it's, you know, it's nice because I know I can share this with you guys. My grandmother, when she got ready to cross over, she was seeing spirits in her room, and this was in the early 70s. And it was interesting because back then it wasn't as open as it is now. And my aunt thought it was just a dying woman's wishful thinking. She's over in light now too. And she was seeing like all the deceased family and relatives. And it was, you know, she's saying, you know, rambling on. That's why it's coming in like this, because, you know, she wasn't so coherent when she crossed over, because she was naming my aunts and uncles and her own husband that crossed over. And I'm sitting there. My aunt said, I was sitting there. She said, I thought your grandmother was off a rocker. And she said, but she was feeling the people that went on before her, getting ready to help her cross over. And I said, oh, wow, that's really nice to know that, you know, they are there with us, our relatives and family, when we go over, when it's our time to cross over. And it's nice because she said to me, yeah, she kept rambling on and on. And that's like, you know, about seeing our own wakes and funerals when we cross over. We do see those. You know, we see everybody who's there, and sometimes when you're at a wake or a funeral too, people might send someone there and feeling like, oh, I feel so-and-so, but I just don't see them, which is really a nice thing. And it's like I said, to my aunt. I just was so curious, because she taught me a lot of stuff, like about that stuff. And she told me about when her husband crossed over, the family went in, and when my uncle's side of the family went in, there was a big, big bouquet of the flowers that when you send to someone, when they, cross over, and it fell right down on the family. And my aunt told me she started chuckling, and it made her laugh, being overwhelmed with grief over the loss of her husband, because he was letting her know that he was around spiritually and letting the family know, I see everything you're doing. And I said, oh, wow, that's really awesome. Then that same night, my father had told me when they were leaving that particular week, and with, our loved ones looking down over us, he went to go out the door with my other uncle, and the door closed all by itself. And my father looked back and said, oh, hi, Jim, how you doing? And I was really surprised when my father let me know that, because, he isn't totally open, but he is. And he said, oh, and we went to close it, and the door opened again all by itself. And they were just, he was letting my uncle, oh, I'm around you, just trying to get their attention as they were leaving the funeral parlor, which I thought that was very interesting, because sometimes I wondered and said, gee, do we really see our wakes and funerals? And we do see our wakes and funerals. And I'm like looking, going, oh, yeah, like that. And one time I went to a wake, actually, because I get skeptic sometimes being a medium too. I always am asking questions and wanting information and, different, to know the knowledge of everything. And I share these things to pass on to you guys so you'll know. And my aunt, when I went with my aunt to my other aunt for her funeral and stuff, and I just said, I feel like I'm not alone. And now that is the clairsentience, feeling the presence of spirits in the room, knowing that I'm not alone, which is nice to know. And it wouldn't be till years later when my husband's aunt died, and we were at the wake, and all of a sudden, I looked up, and all of a sudden this figure started forming. And I'm like looking, and I'm going, no. And then the figure was forming more. Someone was manifesting themselves, and she was looking down at the casket. And I'm like, okay, now I will never question that again, because we do see our funerals and wakes. But I thanked her for letting me know that she was around. I couldn't let my husband, I didn't tell him anything. But I did tell my brother-in-law, who was very open to, mediumship. I said, thank you for, listening to me, because it took so much for her just to show herself forming over the casket. And I'm like this, rubbing my eyes and going, oh, no. And then when I saw it, and of course, like I said, my husband, I couldn't talk to him. But then when I saw my brother-in-law, I said, look, blah, 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 blah. He said, Karen, that's them. She was letting you know she was around. I go, okay. And the question to us, seeing our wakes and funerals, I feel very strong that we really do see our wakes and funerals, and we're not there the whole time, but I feel very strong about, knowing that I was seeing that. It was wonderful to sit, letting them validate, and I like to share the experiences with you guys at home, so that way if you guys are experiencing something, you might say, oh, gee, well, it's not me. I can feel someone around me. Or when somebody is getting ready to cross over, you feel that presence around you, or they're saying, I'm seeing so-and-so in the room, and you go to look, and there's no one there, and it's not your imagination. Another thing I'd like to share is the message work. One time, years ago, when I was in my development class at the First Spiritual Church of Quincy, located at 40 West Street, and we're all in a circle. It's called the development circle. We go and learn and grow. And with me, I needed to learn to control seeing, hearing, and feeling. And when we were in class, I saw this little boy. He kept popping in and out. And I'm sitting there going, okay, he's popping in and out. And when he was popping in and out, he was behind one of my friends. And I said, okay, so let me know who you belong to. It wasn't going to be that easy. I should have known at the time, but I knew at the time it wasn't going to be that easy. So after the class was over, we say a little blessing and, go in love and light and peace, whatever the blessing might be or whatever. After doing the development circle, we were on our way home. And then getting ready to pull in my driveway, I didn't want to startle Phyllis because where she was driving the car, I was going to say, oh, watch out for the little boy in the driveway. She's going to hit him with the car. And I just held back and didn't say anything. So, of course, when I got in the door, my husband saying, how's class going tonight? How'd it go? And all this good stuff. I said, really good. It was very interesting. And just left it at that. Described who I was seeing and everything. And my husband wouldn't say anything. So then I said, okay, now I had to find out who this little boy belonged to because it was a child. And everybody's important, but for some reason, this little boy was not letting me. Well, not a little boy. He was about almost 12 years old. 12, getting ready to be 13. And I'm feeling this hard time breathing. And I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm having a hard time breathing. But I said, you know what? I'm going to wait. Just ask you to go to the light. I had to ask him who he was with and have his family that was over there. Okay. And had to, know, who was around. So I said, well, you got to wait, and I need you to wait. So I said, okay, you can wait until it's time, and then when it's time, I'll tell you who was around you. Hi, caller. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side. Okay, all right. And no caller. That's okay. And so I said to him, okay. The next day, he started, again coming around me, and I'm like, okay, now I got to really find out who this little boy was around. So I called my friend Mike up and I said, would you understand the information that's coming through? Mike had said no. So after I got through with Mike, I said, okay. And I tried to talk to my husband about it, but he says, Karen, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? I'm going to call Bob up, my brother-in-law. And so when I got calling Bob up, I said, Bobby, I got to talk to you. I said, there's this boy, about 12 years old, that's been around me. And I woke up and I saw these two turtles in the bedroom when I woke up because that's the twilight state. And I said to him, I didn't know who the boy belonged to. I didn't know who the green turtles belonged to. And I know he was hit by a car because I told him about Phyllis, how she was getting ready to pull in the driveway. But I don't want to say anything to Phyllis because I figured, okay, Phyllis wasn't going to let me know. I didn't want her to startle her where she was driving. So I said, the only one I could think of was to call you after my friend Mike, when Mike couldn't understand who the person was that's coming in from Spirit. So, and I started explaining to Bobby, he had brownish, light brown hair, blue eyes, and it was more the older style suit that he was buried in. I said about the tie, I told him about the color of the tie and everything. And I'm saying I felt this impact with him when he had crossed over. And I said, and then I saw these two, Spirit was showing me these two green turtles. And then he just started laughing on the phone. I'm like, oh no, he said, Karen, I got to tell you, my brother Johnny, I knew of him, but I didn't know how he crossed over or anything like that. He said, my brother Johnny was in a car accident, and the impact was so strong, he was knocked out of his sneakers. And I said, oh, and as the reading continued with him, I said, Bobby, would you understand green turtles? And he says, yes, I would. He says, I got to tell you something really funny, Karen. I said, what, wanting to know myself. He said, I blamed your husband, Chuck. I blamed Chucky for that. And I go, what do you mean you blame Chucky for that? He said, I blamed him. I thought it was him, and it was the twins that let those turtles, because the turtles were gone for like 2 days. And I kept saying, turtles on the loose, turtles on the loose. And he said, those twins, it was those twins. And my husband said, I get blamed for everything. Who would figure that it would be years later before I would get off the hook for that one? Because there were 5 of them, there's 5 of them in the family, and of course Johnny. And so I said, oh, thank you for telling me who he was, because I didn't know my brother-in-law in the physical world, but I got to know my brother-in-law in the spiritual world, which I thought was very, very interesting to hear that. And I'm like sitting there saying, okay, but learning as I go along, learning and growing to trust spirit and trust who I'm seeing, hearing, and feeling. And I said, okay. So it was nice, because then I got to tell Johnny, okay, I'm glad I got to deliver your message to your brother, and I'm glad that he could understand. So I said to him, okay, you can go to the light now and find your mother. And so I was calling Rose to come in to help him cross over, and he did cross over. From time to time, Johnny would let me know, when he was around, or especially like if somebody was sick, like my father-in-law, who's over in light now too, was starting to get sick. I'd get some information from Johnny, would let me say something. Then of course I couldn't call Chuck up. Hi, Chuck. And so what I did is I'd call Bobby up, and then he'd tell me what was going on. I said, well, Johnny's around you guys, just letting you know that he's spiritually around you, looking down from the other side. So I was very, very happy about that when that got validated. And it's, Development Circle, I had mentioned that, which is wonderful, because when I first started developing back then, I wasn't seeing, hearing, and feeling, and I didn't know what was going on with the seeing, hearing, and feeling stuff. So I said, okay. Then I went to a New Age store, and I said to someone in the store, listen, I'm seeing and hearing things. And he said to me, he looked at me, I know a place you can go. And I've heard about the First Spiritualist Church before in Quincy, but I just didn't, know anybody. I didn't want to go alone. So I said to him, okay, that's a nice thing to know. He said he'd be there on Tuesday night. And so I said, okay. Hi, caller. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Good. I can hear your voice very well, by the way, too. Thank you.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a medium before?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just, yes, if you understand, no if you don't, okay?
Okay.
And if I don't give anything medical out or, any negative information to you, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to get going with you, okay?
Okay.
All right. I do have someone that's been around me on and off tonight, and I'm just going to go with who I have around me. I do have a grandmother. Is your grandmother over there in spirit?
Yes.
Yes, your grandmother's all around you. And you have some people over there, she's telling me, too.
Yes.
And I'm going to go with your grandmother first. I'm going to have her come close, and I'm going to have her step forward a little bit. And she's very gabby. She's being back to her chatterboxy old self again. Would you understand that?
Yes.
And she's saying, boy, she's happy again.
Ah.
Yeah, because, she said it was very tough for her, as she aged.
Right.
Can you understand that? Of course, we all, get our aches and pains as we get older.
Mm-hmm.
And she's telling me to tell me don't have any more aches and pains.
Okay.
Okay, and she liked everything just so, like when she dressed and everything. When she went out, she liked everything to match, and the pocketbook. And she still has her pocketbook over there with her, by the way.
Yeah.
And that pocketbook went everywhere with her.
Yeah.
Because she had a lot of stuff she liked to carry in it. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah.
It was like my suitcase. When I didn't have to have my suitcase, I had my little my pocketbook with me.
Mm-hmm.
And she carried everything. I'm glad you can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying, I have that with me. And she's saying, I got my girlish figure back again, too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can understand that as well?
Yeah.
And she's quite the whippersnapper, by the way. And she's just so happy to be coherent again.
Oh, good.
And you would understand that as well. And coming from her, and she said, we all get sick, I know that when we get older, but she said, she was in a lot of pain, she's telling me. And she's saying, I'm all healed. And she's also telling me, thanking you for, praying for her.
Yeah.
And you're aware of, you were feeling people around you, too, lately.
Yeah.
Feeling people, that's, like I was talking earlier, that's just them letting you know that they're around you. And I'm also going to I do have a younger male that's over there with her in spirit.
Okay.
Did you have someone over there that died young in spirit over there?
Not that I know of, but I've been told that before.
Okay, you've been told that before? Okay, I'm just going to ask him to back off. He could be just someone that's around you because he likes your energy. I know you would understand that. And your grandfather's doing well, too, by the way. And he's over there?
Yeah.
With your grandmother? And he's saying, oh, it was my heart, I'm feeling heart issues with him.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you can understand that. It was just like, boom, 1 minute I'm here and 1 minute I'm gone. And he's enjoying going outside again, by the way.
Okay.
And when he was younger, if you can understand, did he like to tinker with things like, like putter around in the garage and things like that? Because he's doing that again, but he can get things done because he's not so busy, he's telling me.
Okay.
Okay, if you can understand that. I'm saying, well, give me a little bit more information. And he's saying he's got all his good looks back, by the way.
Okay.
And he's enjoying eating again. He's enjoying eating again. If you don't understand, and you can find out, because I'm feeling that young male might be in his generation.
Oh, okay.
If you can ask somebody in the family, find out, okay?
Okay.
And I'm feeling that. And your grandfather's doing really good, and he's very proud.
Okay.
And does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
He's very proud of you. You see, you miss having him around, he's telling me.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's, all with all the family, too, over there.
Right.
Do you have a brother over there in spirit?
No.
Okay, because I'm feeling somebody's brother. I don't know if it could be for my crew, but I'm having a brother that's around me in spirit as well. And I'm just going to ask him to wait his turn, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's around you tonight, your grandmother and grandfather.
Okay.
And they're out enjoying the fall, by the way, too.
Right.
Because they love the fall.
Yeah.
And find out, if you don't understand, did your grandmother like to make things?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was very gifted with, I'm feeling like she made like quilts at one time. If you don't understand that, I have to give that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to you?
What did she make?
She like to make the blankets to keep you warm and stuff?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Does that make sense? And somebody still has some of that?
Right.
Her stuff, and I'm thinking that's what I call the cleanser in her reading, because she's saying, I don't have to wrap myself up anymore. I'm not cold anymore.
Right, right.
And, she's glad that you still have some of those, by the way, too.
Yeah.
And I'm thanking you for that. And I'm thanking her, too. And I'm going to see what the message is from her to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And okay, and I got to give this to you anyways. I'm feeling like a Joanne, a Joni, or someone with a J that's over there. And I don't know if that, huh? Does that make sense at all?
Yeah.
Okay, she's around you, too.
Okay.
Okay, and I just have to give that to you. She's with your grandparents, all right?
Okay.
They're all together. We all meet up over there, just to let you know that. And, yeah, she's doing really good as well, just to, say that. And I'm trying to see if your grandmother has a message for you. And she says, go out and enjoy a good pasta.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Very much.
Oh, because she's enjoying hers. She missed it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you can. She's being quite the hot ticket, by the way.
Yeah.
She's saying, oh, I just, I know we all get sick and we all, have, our issues, but she's saying, I really missed eating a good pasta, she's telling me. And I'm so glad, and your grandfather is too. But I just had to give that to you, because she's saying you got to smile more too, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to smile, and she said you have all that eternal love. Just take time for you, because you're always busy helping everybody else like she did.
Right, right.
And I know you can understand that. And she's learning not to help others as much as she did when she was here.
Right.
I got to give this to you anyways, but did she like to also sew? Because I see the more older style sewing machines.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Oh, she made some really nice things, by the way.
Mhm.
And she's saying they don't make them good like that anymore, the sewing machines.
I know.
And she's been around you since this morning, because before I left my house, because now I got to trust what they're showing me, because I get about it too, and I'm like, okay, I'm seeing an older style sewing machine, because my mother had one, and she just got it back from my cousin actually, and I'm like, okay, and I appreciate you understanding that. But she made some really nice things with the sewing machine too.
Right.
And she said life is like a thread, you know. Just you gotta do what you want to do.
Right.
And you need to hear that, though. She's telling me. You know, just keep going through that. You don't have to weave through it like with the sewing machine, okay? You just gotta do what you need to do.
Okay.
And I want to leave you with that.
Okay.
And your grandparents are all around you. Like I said, they're enjoying a good Italian dinner tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. That's just why I was saying, you know, when I was talking earlier about what you see. And I'm sitting there going, okay, I see this older style sewing machine, and I could understand that. So I thank the caller for that piece of information of the sewing machine. That was wonderful to see that, and I thank you to the caller and the grandparents, you know, to just that, you know, they're enjoying a good meal out. I just also want to get back about, you know, feeling the presence of deceased loved ones in the room. You know, those are real. And, you know, it's nice that, you know, she felt the presence of people and she paid attention to it. And it was really nice to see that she paid attention to what she was feeling. You know, that's just where you're at with connecting with the other side. You know, and that's what I, you know, really like when they do that, because it's like the little steps you take when you're learning how to develop yourself, whether it be as a psychic or a medium. It just depends on what level you're at. You know, and that's, okay. Hi, caller. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
Good. Yourself?
Good. Very good. Very good. Have you ever been to a medium before?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I couldn't hear you. Have you ever been to a medium before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Want me to I'm going to explain to you how I connect with the deceased loved ones who have crossed over in spirit, okay?
All right.
Really quickly. I'm a clairvoyant, clairsentience medium. I see the spirit, deceased loved ones, and sometimes the older ones like coming and looking younger, but I tell them, you got to show me how you looked before you know, died, because you might not have known your grandparents when they were young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, I see what they owned, and they'll tell me their life stories, and they'll tell me about their lives and what they did. They'll share their memories with me, okay? I don't give any diagnosis out, and I don't give any medical or any negative information, okay?
All right.
All right, I also feel the presence of spirits in the room, too, as well. And that's just, you know, them letting me know, or you could feel them yourself, that you're not alone, okay?
Yeah.
And can I have your name again?
John?
John, hi. Yes, I'm going to get going with you. Do you have a close buddy over there?
You know what?
Do you have a friend of yours that crossed when you were younger that's over on the other side?
No.
No, okay, because I'm feeling a younger male. I'm getting, okay.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you just said. I'm sorry.
No, I'm feeling a younger male, like a close friend you had.
Yeah?
I mean, you have a young friend you have a friend of yours that's over there?
Yeah.
Okay, he's coming in, he's starting to come in a little more. He's being very lively and a lot of fun and like to be around, and like the guy that like to joke and kid around. Can you understand that coming from him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's joking around with me right now, and he's, you know, laughing and joking and kidding around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm feeling it quick with his crossing.
What's that?
Quick with his crossing when he crossed over.
Yeah.
Yeah, very quick, and like boom, and I was gone. Okay, can you understand that too? Like quick with his crossing, it was like I was here, and then, you know, you were like, oh, it was a surprise.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can understand that as well. I'm feeling light brown hair with him. I'm feeling like somebody that's around you in spirit that has light brown hair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you can. Does he have light brown hair too?
Yeah.
Okay, light brown hair. And he's saying, I've had my hair, and he's got it all bushy, like all over. Can you understand that as well? Like he wasn't. Yeah, I'm glad you can. He's got it all bushy. He says, I don't care, and I got my jeans on and my T-shirt. If you can understand that as well.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, he was the life of the party too. He's telling me.
Yeah.
You can understand that as well. I'm glad you can.
Yeah.
He's starting to really come in now too. And he's saying that hasn't changed yet either. By the way. He's saying it's great over here because, he could do a lot of things now. And I'm feeling trouble with breath at the very end of his crossing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you could understand that coming from him. It's very that's why it's coming in like this with me, okay? Because my throat's getting like all choked up and I'm feeling, is your grandfather over in spirit too?
Was he what?
Is your grandfather over in spirit too as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's with your grandfather. And I just have
Say
to.
again?
Yeah, he's with your grandfather.
Yeah.
Because they will do that. They'll come in together. But your friend is so funny. He said, I'm still the life of the party over here, by the way. And he's enjoying his sports and stuff. And you can understand that as well?
Yeah.
Yep. Was he athletic at one time? Because I'm seeing some, he liked his sports when he was in high school. Does that make...
College, you think?
Yeah, because I'm feeling that. Yeah, I'm glad. If you don't understand, just look into that because I'm feeling at one time, not long, but very brief. He did but he still likes sports. He's telling me, but did and I'm feeling some intelligence with him too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's helping other people over there too, especially younger people. Can you understand that as well?
I do.
I'm glad you understand. He's helping other young people as well over there, and he's saying, and I have to give that to you as well because he's a riot. He's just saying, I'm helping young people around here, and he's going back to the intelligence again and all that stuff, and he's saying I'm the party animal still, and you would understand that as well. That's just his way of telling me I'm here and I'm
sure
still, yeah, and he's saying, I'm glad I'm out raising Cain again. And you would understand that too as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and your grandfather's all around you, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, your grandfather. He's
Two of
all...
them or one of them?
Huh?
Two of them or one of them?
I'm getting one of them. Who was the one that died of a heart attack? I'm getting the one that died up quick and his heart was involved with his crossing.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay, yeah, the one that died really quick with his heart, like I'm feeling a massive heart attack with him.
Yeah.
He's the one that is around you.
Oh, good.
And he's quite the character too, by the way, but you would understand that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's saying, little thinning of the hair before he crossed over. Does that make sense to you? Not a lot, but I'm feeling some thinning with the hair. Not a lot, just a little. That's why I said a little.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. It's cut close to the head. I'm going up with the height with me. He's telling me to sit up straight, by the way, and that's how that's how he was in life. But you guys liked going to him for advice.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you can understand that. He's looking down, from the other side at you. And he's saying, I'm so glad, my bones don't bother me anymore, and I'm not in aches and pains, with the age thing as well. And he's got a nice smile to himself. He said when he aged, his teeth weren't as good as they used to be when they were younger. Can you understand that as well, coming from him?
I do.
Oh, I'm so glad because earlier I was seeing these teeth that kind of rotted away just a little bit, not a lot. But he's glad because he loved to eat and he's enjoying eating again because he's got his set of teeth back. And I know you can understand that coming from him, somebody in the film. I'm so glad. He's saluting you, by the way, from the other side. I'm feeling military related with one of the grandfathers. One of them,
yeah.
huh?
Oh, yeah.
One of they've served and they loved serving, and I'm feeling like he did have some medals with him. Not a lot, but a couple.
Was that? I'm sorry.
I'm feeling medals with one of your grandfather when he served in the service.
No.
No, because I was, huh?
No.
Okay, but one of them did serve in this. One of them did serve in. Can you understand that? I'm feeling the military. Somebody that was in the military that served.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I know it's a lot to absorb too. And they'll go with. Okay, I'm glad you can understand that. He's saluting you. Okay. And that's who I'm getting that's around you tonight.
Oh, yeah? That's good.
Yep, and I'm feeling that too. And I'm going to give this to you anyways, but did you have a close, is there a female friend over in spirit as well for you?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'm feeling like an aunt vibration around. Did you have an aunt that's over there in spirit on the other side?
An aunt? Yes.
Yes, your aunt's all around you as well.
Oh, really?
Just to tell you that, but yeah, she's just, coming and saying hi, and she's with your grandfather too as well. I just wanted to tell you that. And the message to you is go out and enjoy the music.
Music?
Yeah, go out and enjoy music. Go out and go out in the night on the town. You love music anyways, they're telling me.
All right. Sounds good.
And your friend is telling me, tell him to go out and have some music. And he's going to let you know that he's around you, looking down on you from the other side. And I don't know if you have any questions.
Do I have a question?
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
That's sort of, everything you said is good.
Okay, and I just want to, go out and have a good night on the town. Your friend's going to be with you.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, I want to thank him. It's good. You got to have some fun. Like I said to my husband, he said, well, Saturday night, I'm going out to eat with my friend. And I said, I hope it's okay. I just wanted to tell you, 'cause I like to have fun too. Everything has been so busy with kids going back to school now that everybody's settled, and my daughter's involved in cross country, and it just gets very hectic at home. I looked at him, I said, it's the long weekend. I'm going out tonight. Okay. Hi, caller. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Okay.
Good. Do you have your TV on?
I do. You want me to shut it down?
Could you please?
Yep, no problem.
Yeah. And what's your name again?
Rita.
Rita. Have you ever been to a medium before?
I have, actually.
Oh, okay. So with me, yes, if you understand. No, if you don't. Because every medium works differently with spirit. I'm sure you know that, okay? And I'm going to get going with your reading then, okay?
Well, I've never been to a medium.
Oh, okay. Want me to tell you how I connect with
No, but I've been to have, your cards read and things like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I see people that have crossed over, and I'm just going to explain to you really quick how I work, how the deceased loved ones connect with me from the other side, okay?
Okay.
I see people that have crossed over. I see what they own. I see how they died. Sometimes they'll tell me. Sometimes they'll stay general with that. It just depends on what they want to tell me.
Okay.
And to tell you. And I see things they owned. And like I said, they also make me feel their presence all around. I feel their presence around me. Okay. And I also, these are their memories that they share with me. I'm just the middle person in between the worlds, okay?
Okay.
Yes, if you understand. No, if you don't give me any information if you can, okay?
All right.
All right. I'm going to get going with your reading, okay? You ready?
Yep.
Okay. I'm feeling a dad around you.
Okay.
Is there a dad over there in spirit?
Is my dad?
Yeah. Do you have a father figure or someone over there in spirit, like your dad?
Yeah.
Okay. Your dad's all around you tonight.
Okay.
Okay. You miss having him around?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, they're having trouble earlier too, so it just could be the audio and different things. I'm feeling your dad's all around you from the other side coming in.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm feeling like he could breathe so much easier now. Can you understand that?
Yes.
With the breath, it was very difficult. Quite the looker too, by the way. I'm feeling like he had some looks to himself. Can you understand that too, coming from
yeah.
Dad? He put on just a little weight as he aged. Not a lot. I'm not getting a lot of weight, but a little bit of weight on him.
Yes, he did.
Okay, yeah, because he loved his snacks, he's telling me. He liked
definitely.
and desserts. He loved desserts too, if you can understand that as well. Yeah, I'm seeing he's making me. They always make me hungry when I come on because all the food smells so much better over there. And yeah, he's enjoying his desserts, and he's saying, yeah, he's not listening to everybody over there. I needed to tell you that. He's learning not to do that so much.
Okay.
Everybody used to go to him for their troubles. Can you understand that? Not
Yeah.
all, yeah. Because he had that kind-hearted, nurturing, fatherly, love. You can understand that as well.
Correct.
And he's saying, I have so much kind, loving, caring, nurturing to give you tonight. And he's always around giving you that spiritually, just not physically. He's telling me to tell you that. And you were wondering if he was okay. You were wondering if he was okay, and if you guys did it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's saying, oh, they did so much for me. And he's saying, sometimes I was a little feisty and stubborn about it, though. Can you understand that as well?
I can.
Yeah, because he didn't like anybody fussing over him. Because he was a very proud, fatherly, man.
Right.
Yeah, and he's saying for me to tell, he's telling me that. He's saying, I was very proud. I'm still very proud. And he's not saying he's proud of you, though. He's happy. You know what I'm saying? He's telling me to tell you that as well. And I just love his energy because he's coming in with so much fun energy to him. And he's saying he's just glad to be outside, outdoors again. And I'm feeling it. If you don't understand this, I got to give tinkering with cars at one time. I don't know if you understand that, but he just like to tinker, try to get things fixed and stuff. Does that make sense to you at all?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Yes, it does.
He's telling me, I didn't always get to finish what I started, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He's so funny that way. Yes, I didn't always, and he's making me laugh because he said, but I can fix things now because he's just learning to tell people to back off, And he's saying, and I'm even taking time for me. And he said he used to like to get together with everybody on Sunday. Does that make sense to you? When you guys could get together?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, they're all doing that. Huh? They're all doing that now, too, over there. They're all getting together.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to you. Did you or somebody lose a brother?
Somebody I know did, yeah.
Somebody, you have to be the messenger a little bit, okay? She misses her brother around being around her.
Yeah.
Just the brothers,
right.
he's fine. Because it's crossing, she was devastated when he crossed over. I'm feeling that with it, with him, with her. Can you just tell her when you see her that he's just around her and he's, not in, of course, again, his physical body, but his spiritual body, and that he's doing really good. Yeah, because she needs to hear that, he's telling me. And she's still very sad about his cross. They were very close.
They were close.
They were very, very close, And and he's with your dad, actually. They will come in like that, okay? Just let you know, because your dad knew you would be calling, and it was important for your friend to hear that her brother's doing really well over there. And he's also, I just have to give that to you as well. And I'm going to get back to your dad for a couple of more minutes, and he's saying, it's nice to be able to move my hands again.
Okay.
Just at the very end, it was very difficult for him to move his hands a little bit. If you can you understand that?
I can.
Okay, I'm so glad. And he's saying he's so happy. He's watching TV again and watching his sports, and he doesn't have to worry about people interrupting him so much.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah, because he liked his time with, he loved being around you guys, but he wasn't always around because he worked really hard to keep everybody to keep the house together and pay the bills and all that. Does that make sense as well?
Sure.
Because like I said, these are their memories that he's telling me. He's saying it's just so he's just can relax, and he's so happy about relaxed. Does somebody still have some of his hats? Because I'm seeing being shown hats with your dad. Not all the time.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just got to give that to you anyways. Did he like to wear sports hats when he was younger? I just need to give that to you anyways.
I'm
I
not sure.
I know what's going on. When you go to your friend, he liked sports, her brother, because I'm seeing like hat. I gotta give
Okay.
that. I have to give that to you anyways, okay? Because they're showing me the hats, and when I see stuff, because even to show like things they own, it takes a lot of energy for spirit to show that. So find out if your friends,
Okay.
if you don't understand, if your friend's brother did like sports, okay?
Okay, I will.
Okay, that'll be great. And I'm trying to see, your dad is just saying, with this time of the year coming up, you really miss him, like when Thanksgiving and Christmas come around. Does that make sense to you?
That's true, I do.
Yeah, he's saying, she misses me so much, and he said, I'm going to be around at holidays, but he's around you, not 24/7, but your dad is around you. Just to tell you, and you wondered if you did enough for him, as much as you could. Do you understand that? You say,
Yes.
no, he's saying you went above and beyond everybody in the family. Does that make sense to you? Because he's telling me that right now,
It does.
that you went above
Uh-huh.
and beyond the call of duty. And his message to you is,
Yes.
he's saying thank you. Thank you for being there for me. And thank you to the family for being there for me. Like people, you guys took turns like at the very end of his crossing, being there for him.
Yes, at the end.
At the end, yeah, because that's why he's saying it that way. He's saying, tell everybody thank you for being there with me, and taking turns. He was there, even though it wasn't physically, but he was there spiritually.
Okay.
If that makes sense to you. And he's saying, his message to you is lots of love with a big hug from the other side. And he's telling me she really needs to hear that you did everything for me. If you can understand that.
Yes, I can.
And he's saying, my love is eternal for your dad's giving you all this abundance of love from the other side.
That's so nice to hear.
Yeah, and he's with his dad over there too, by the way. Your grandfather?
Okay.
Okay, they're together. And
Uh-huh.
I'm also feeling a female around him in spirit. Do you have a girlfriend over there that's crossed over?
No, I don't.
Okay, then I'm going to ask this nice lady to just back off, okay? And your father's saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's his message to you.
Okay.
And he's sending lots of love down to you from the other side.
Okay.
And he's telling me to tell you to go and enjoy a good sport, by the way. And I knew you would understand that coming from him. He's saying that to me. He's saying, tell her to go out and enjoy a good sport, and go out to a nice restaurant, and, just go out and have some fun. If that makes sense.
Alrighty.
Okay? I don't know if you have any questions.
Do you see it? Do you see my mom at all?
Your mom is with your dad because they're going hand in hand together. They're together. And they had a very close relationship.
They did.
They're very close. They're very kind, and they are supporting each other. And they always supported each other when they were here, if you can understand that. And your mom's doing your mom is very happy. She's not sad anymore, too, by the way. Just to let you know that. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That does make sense to you? Yes, she said, tell her I'm not sad anymore. She washed all the tears away.
Okay.
And I'm glad you can understand that coming from her. And thank you. Your mom's saying thank you for praying for me.
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. Your mom was very strong-willed. I'm seeing a little bit of resemblance with you with your mom. Not a lot,
Okay, yeah.
just a little, you know.
Yeah.
And that lovely smile. She's got her lipstick on tonight, by the way.
Okay.
If does that make sense? Because she liked to wear
Yes.
makeup. Yeah, the makeup is on and all that stuff, and she's all, you know, dressed up, and
Yeah.
she's saying, I'm all dressed up, ready to go out and enjoy a good, it's called the jitterbug, I think. You know, from that time, from the music that they liked. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's funny. She's all right, and she liked her high heels. I'm seeing lots of shoes with her, by the way. If you can understand.
Right.
Yeah, lots of shoes. And she's saying, I got them all on. She has them over there too, by the way, as well. And she's,
Oh, good.
and again, she's saying, thank you for keeping our memories alive through the stories you guys tell, you know, the grandkids too. If that makes sense.
We do.
That's her message to you guys, to you and your family. Thank you for keeping my memory alive through the stories you tell about us. And I see her with her prayer book, if that would make sense. Because I see a prayer book. Does
Yeah.
somebody still have a prayer book over here?
Do we have it here?
Yeah, yes. Because I'm seeing a prayer book.
Like
Like, you know, like the daily prayers or something like that, the
we
book.
do.
Thank you. I'm thanking for the quenching. Your mom is all around you with your dad.
Okay.
And that together, they're out walking and enjoying a nice fall walk with the leaves turning into foliage. And I know you would understand that coming from them.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's the message. Thank you so much. And I know that would make a lot of sense to you, they're telling me. And go out dancing.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and she's telling me also to go out dancing. Go out and have some fun. Go out.
All right, I will.
Okay, yeah, go out dancing. You know, they're enjoying themselves again. Your mom's saying, and just to tell her, you know, I am well now. I'm all healed. And you would understand that too.
Okay.
Okay?
I can.
Okay, I don't know if you have
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
No,
much.
I'm okay.
Okay, that's great. Thumbs up. That's
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Yeah, you know, okay. If anybody's going to be around this Sunday, you're not going away. I'm going to be at the First Spiritualist Church on Sunday, October 13th at 11 o'clock. All are welcome. Doing message work. And I hope everybody has a safe and happy Columbus weekend. And I also want to thank all the viewers for calling. And I appreciate the support. And I'd like to say good night to Miss Michelle. You know, you need a good night's sleep. A lot of running to Friday cross country. And our loved ones are gone but not forgotten. And just a thought away. An 11 o'clock service located at First Spiritualist Church of Quincy, located at 40 West Street. Have a great night.